Business owners, you ever look at your to-do list and think, yeah, that's cute, before promptly doing none of it? Same. I used to treat my to-do list like a buffet, pile on way too much, feel guilty halfway through, and end up crying over the dessert section, wondering where it all went wrong. But here's what actually changed everything for me. I stopped trying to do everything and started doing the few things that actually move money. This isn't some motivational speech or morning routine TikTok. This is a survival plan, because if you run a business, you already know the number one reason most people go broke isn't their ads or their logo or Mercury in retrograde. It's that they stopped selling. Yeah, I said it. You stopped selling. And trust me, I've been there, knee deep in busy work, convincing myself that updating my logo for the fifth time was somehow more important than calling the person who ghosted my quote last week. Today, I'm going to show you the 1 hour a day sales system that has rebuilt my business from near death when I had nothing but caffeine, chaos, and a $12 whiteboard. No fancy CRM, no cold calling scripts from 1997, just one focused hour every single day that changes everything. Welcome back to $0 Marketing, where the budget's low, but the caffeine intake is dangerously high. I'm Chris Beecham, small business coach, professional problem solver, and part-time caffeine enthusiast. Now, I didn't come from a corporate sales background. I didn't learn this stuff in a seminar. I learned it the hard way, painting houses, running gyms, selling merch, and begging suppliers for payment terms that wouldn't make me cry in my truck. I've had months where the only pipeline I had was the one leaking in my basement. So, if you've ever thought, I don't have time to sell, this episode is your official permission slip to stop lying to yourself. You do have time. You just need a plan that fits between the chaos. Here's the truth nobody wants to admit. You can build a six-figure business on 60 minutes a day of focused selling. Not multitasking, not scrolling LinkedIn, calling it networking. Real selling conversations that create cash. Think about it. If you spend 1 hour a day on intentional outreach, that's 5 hours a week. Over a month, that's roughly 20 hours. That's half a work week. If you can't grow your business in 20 hours a month of actual selling, it's not time you're missing, it's consistency. When I start coaching new business owners, I don't touch their marketing first. We build this one habit, 1 hour a day, no excuses. That single habit fixes more problems than any ad campaign ever could. Why? Because consistent selling exposes the truth. It tells you whether your offer sucks, whether your follow-up's lazy, or whether your pricing makes people's soul leave their body. You learn faster when you're selling daily because the market doesn't sugarcoat feedback. Here's how magic happens. Your hour splits into 3 20-minute blocks. Simple enough that even your most chaotic Monday brain can follow it. Block 1, follow-up. This is where most money hides, in the awkward silence after I'll think about it. Follow-up isn't begging, it's proof you care more than they do. Shoot them a quick message. Hey, Jim, just checking back to see if you had a chance to look at that quote. I can hold pricing through Friday if that helps. That's it. No pressure, no hope you're well nonsense, just clear, calm, and human. Block 2, new outreach. Okay, here we go. 10 new contacts a day. Doesn't matter if it's text, email, DM, or carrier pigeon. I don't care, but 10 attempts. Hey, Jim, saw your team at whatever event. We help businesses like yours do whatever. Want me to send you a couple of ideas? Short, friendly, curious. The kind of message people actually read instead of filing under the, oh great, another cold pitch. 10 a day doesn't sound like much until you realize that's 50 a week, 200 a month. And even if 10% respond, you've got 20 new conversations that didn't exist before. That's how pipelines grow, not with luck, with math. Block 3, relationship nurture. This one's my favorite. Reach out to past customers, vendors, other business owners, comment on their post, send a thank you text, introduce 2 people who should meet. That's it. You're just staying visible and helpful without selling. This is long-term equity. It's like watering plants instead of chasing squirrels. Every client I've coached who stuck to this 3-block rhythm for 30 days saw results. Not because it's magic, but because it forces you to do the boring work that works. You need a visual scoreboard, right? Mine's a dry erase board titled 28 Open. Every name on that board is someone I've talked to, quoted, or pitched. Because if you don't see it, you'll forget it. That board turns invisible ideas into accountability. Each morning, I glance at it like it's my daily report card. Each Friday, I update it, erase the ones that closed, scratch off the ones that ghosted, and add new ones. It's part sales tool and it's also part therapy. Honestly, it's like Tinder for business owners. Some swipe left, some ghost you, and a few become long-term relationships if you play it right. Except in this version, you're the one doing all the texting first and wondering why no one loves you back. This is the secret sauce most people skip. Find someone, a rep, partner, or another small business owner and text them every single day. 10 outreaches done? Question mark. That's it. Takes 5 seconds. You're not grading each other, you're staying honest. Inside my coaching groups, I pair people up for this exact reason, because accountability multiplies discipline. It's like going to the gym. You're more likely to show up if someone's there waiting for you, especially if that someone's the type that will send you a meme when you skipped leg day. It's the cheapest performance enhancer you'll ever find. Don't measure success by sales, measure it by action. Every yes starts with an outreach. So track 3 simple numbers: outreaches sent, responses received, and meetings booked. At the end of each week, review them. If you're not getting replies, tweak your message. If you're getting replies but no closes, fix your offer. Data, not drama. Stop saying nobody's buying. Somebody is. They're just not buying from you yet. And that yet is the most powerful word in business. You'll have days where you'd rather alphabetize your spice rack than send another email. Do it anyway. The trick is lowering the bar. Promise yourself just 15 minutes. Once you start, momentum handles the rest. This is what I tell my clients stuck in analysis paralysis. Motion creates clarity. You don't need motivation. You need movement. When I was rebuilding after one of my worst months, I prayed every morning, God, give me the strength to just start. And that was enough, because once I started, I didn't stop. You can't control when you'll feel inspired, but you can control when you start typing that first message. Once that 1-hour habit is locked in, scaling becomes stupid simple. Automate your reminders, phone alarm, Google calendars, or a sticky note on your coffee maker that says, don't suck today. Batch your outreach templates. Delegate follow-ups to a VA once you can afford it. The structure stays the same. The difference is leverage. Systems beat emotions. Even on your worst day, your system shows up when your feelings don't. Every business I've helped scale started with this exact habit. We didn't add ads or funnels or influencer partnerships until the daily selling muscle was unbreakable, because a good system doesn't care how you feel. It just works, because it forces you to face your business every single day. Most owners hide behind busy paperwork, branding, restructuring, working on systems, translation, procrastination with nicer fonts. But sales activity, that's pure truth. It's uncomfortable, measurable, and absolutely necessary. You can't fake sales. If you build the discipline to sell for 1 hour a day, you'll never fear slow months again, because you'll know exactly how to create momentum from scratch. And when people ask, what's your secret marketing strategy? You can just smile and say, a whiteboard and a bad case of stubborn. If this episode gave you something to think about, don't just nod and go back to chaos. Start tomorrow. 1 hour, timer on, distractions off. Send those 10 messages, text those past clients, write those names on your board. And if you want help setting up your systems, that's literally what I do in my coaching. We build habits that make money, not headaches. I'll even help you write your first outreach plan. So go to $0coaching.net and grab your free mini audit. You'll leave with a plan that you can start that day, because you don't need a big budget to grow. You just need one focused hour that you protect like your paycheck depends on it. Because it does, right? Most people talk about changing their life someday. You can change yours in 60 minutes. Set the timer, start now, and I'll see you in the next episode.